Hey, that's your old friend, right? Wait, what?
Lewis.
To be honest, Sonny, I always thought that guy's not...
Nobody's perfectly sane in Clawville, Marty. But if not for this old rabbit, I wouldn't be here today.
Should I thank him for that?
Or kill him for it.
You're reading my mind, boss.
Howdy, pal.
Gentlemen, how can I help you on this wonderful, chilly night?
We're expected in the VIP lounge.
My apologies, but I don't remember ever seeing you gentlemen.
Stop right there, big guy. I get it. Yeah,
Nothing's easier, sir. Are you...
The list. Yeah.
Don't tell me you forgot.
I'm afraid I did, Marty. Sorry, big guy, but I'm pretty sure we're not on the list tonight.
That's a shame. I'm really sorry, sirs.
Yeah, right.
My pleasure, gentlemen.
What can you tell me about the First Lady?
You mean Miss Natasha Katsenko, sir?
You're right on point, Pat.
Nothing you don't know already, sir.
Just try me.
Well, she owns the place.
And, that's it?
Pardon, monsieur, but I'm not permitted to say.
Look, I really don't want any trouble.
It is even more inconvenient for me, sir, but this place doesn't like, coppers. Forgive the slang. Like,
Listen here, you cow. Do you have it?
of course, I know who you are, sir. I get the news and more, and I must admit it's an honor to meet you in person, Mr. Santino Featherland and Mr. Marty Machikin. The Bell of the Pantheress is...
Oh my god, not the books again.
So it would be terribly inconvenient for me if I had to use force on you, gentlemen.
What did you just...
Relax, Marty. This guy has chicks like you for breakfast. Thanks for the information, pal.
Thank you for understanding, gentlemen. And for...
No problem, Shakespeare. Say, big guy, you know Mr.
But of course, Mr. Hayworth is an impeccable gentleman, and also a frequent visitor of the club.
Is that so? Good to...
I'm afraid that is all, monsieur.
Sonny, my dear friend.
Hi, Lewis. This is my partner, but I'm sure you already know.
You have no idea how happy I am to meet you, Mr. Marty.
Pleasure's all mine, Lawrence.
Lawrence? Anyways, so, the legendary chicken pol-
Don't ruffle my feathers, Lewis. Those days are long gone.
I see.
See you inside?
I have something to do, my
Okay then. Catch you later, pal.
Honestly?
Don't be so radical, Marty. It's not. Just
Ooh, teach me, master.
when you're old and wise like me, you'll Wait, maybe it was, Marty.
Amazing. Whoa.
It is.
Of all that's furry, whose is it?
Maybe it's Ibn Wessler's.
Yeah, he sounds like a fellow who drives around in one of these. Lucky bastard. Do you remember when the...
You mean when they wrote something about us daily?
Yeah. What exactly happened to them?
Well, they got bored with us, Marty. And to be...
But still, here we are working together again.
Yeah, hilarious. That fella's built like a brick shithouse.
Wanna bet?
Not today, Marty. Remember.
Okay. It's okay, Bertha. Maybe next time.
What was that?
Nothing. Just the wind.
Did you bring Big Bertha with you?
Gods, no. What are you thinking? What idiot?
Was that a rhetorical question?
Jeez.
That's not a gun.
Yeah. I bet his name.
Nah, he's definitely...
$5 for Bill?
Okay, I'm in. Just one more thing. This list of yours.
I'm afraid if you don't know, it's not my place to tell you, sir. Excusez-moi, the regulations, you know.
You hear that, Sonny?
I do, Marty.
I'm gonna lose my...
Just don't get too excited, Marty. Look, Lewis, that bouncer over there.
Well, yes. He is a bit of...
Yes, indeed, but it seems tonight we're not on his list.
Oh! I see. Oh! I get it.
Yeah, something like...
No.
Much obliged, pal.
Yeah, thanks, Bunny.
Excuse...
Ah, jeez, what the hell's wrong with you?
What? Did I say something?
Sir! How'd you...
Everything's fine, Mr. Ayworth.
Good. Look, this noble pair of pigeons are my friends. They're on the list, okay?
L'archulamonde, sir.
And as for you, you owe me one, gentlemen.
Thanks, old pal.
It was my pleasure to help you, as always.
The jazz overwhelmed us. There was no band in sight, yet the music seeped from the walls like years of cigarette smoke and the smell of spilt whiskey. Behind the bar, rows of fancy bottles reflected the harmonious voices of pretty dames and the clinking of crystal glass. It was the kind of place that makes you drunk, even if you've never had a sip. A dangerous place for someone like me. No matter how alien I felt, it was...
Mother of...
I take you to the nicest places, eh, sweetheart?
Oh, does it mean you're buying, honey?
Don't even think about it.
Oh, men these days. So,
I have a hunch she won't be hard to find. Let's mingle and try to avoid suspicion.
just like always.
No, Marty, not like always. This time it's for real. Another Lupus movie. Jeez, is there nothing today they're not trying to sell with this guy?
Whoa, don't be rude, Sonny. Lupus is a timeless genius. Have you seen Predator City?
Cassandra Ruby Faye.
Cassandra Ruby Faye.
Watch your blood pressure, pal.
Don't mind me. Just women and guns are my only weakness.
No shit.
You think this is one of those movies where the femme fatale gets everything in the end and the poor detective's left stranded?
Yep, just like life.
Oh, I know this fodder guy. He was kinda good in Death of the Horse.
You've seen every clucking movie.
You know, Laura and I go to the movies a lot. When was the last time you went?
Exactly 12 years ago.
Oh, you remember that
Yep, our very first date.
I see.
I don't remember. I just remember her. and nothing else.
You're a clucking poet. I mean it.
I was hoping to have missed the main event.
You're a rusty old cock, that's what.
So says the little butt jam.
But what?
It is now, all because of you. You should feel honored. Butt jam.
You know, Sonny, sometimes you're like an evil little child. A fox is a wolf who sends flowers.
What?
Oh, nothing. I read it somewhere.
Fascinating. I did.
Ha ha ha.
So, where the hell is
Let's ask that stud over there with those nice...
that guy looks way...
Oh, man, your sense of humor is...
You just need to get used to it again.
What She has pretty long legs. I mean, pretty and long.
We're not here to stare at pretty squirrels. We're here to investigate, remember?
Look, Sonny, I know it's not my place, but Laura's father went to that guy when his...
You're treading on thin ice, Marty.
No, I just... Look, fellas at the station are talking, you know?
Talking, eh? About what? About why Blood Boil took my badge? About what an untrustworthy alcoholic wreck I am?
Look, I'm...
Good, and let it stay that way.
At least we're cracking this one together, yeah?
Sure.
Hey, there's Fillmore.
Who? Oh, yes. Fillmore.
You know him well?
We had some seriously wild cases together, yes. Mainly in Averia, way before...
Sounds good. Like the blurb of some cheap...
Yeah, it was the exact opposite. But the old birds were... Well, well, if it isn't the great detective.
Blow me, Sonny. You know I don't use that name anymore.
Okay, Mr. Dumbass Alias.
So says someone who tried to go undercover with a feather pillow mafia is a turkey.
Hey, that was a long time ago.
And I stick to my principles and my stupidity. Phil Marlowe, and that's that.
Okay, fair enough.
I know the feeling, pal. By the way, what are you two doing here? You stick...
We stick out? Man, you look terrible. Like someone who sat on an electric pole.
Don't even ask. I feel exactly like that.
You want a case?
5 feet tall, half of that legs. Angelic voice,
Oh, boy.
And you?
Something like that. Just don't know the exact numbers yet. A dame named Natasha.
Yeah, she owns the joint, amongst others. Well, good luck, guys. That broad has a reputation.
Any useful information?
For free?
Stop clucking around, Fillmore.
All right, but just because of the old days. Look for me after you've talked to her. You wouldn't understand what I have to say about it before then. Don't leave unless you're thrown out, in which case, you know the drill. We don't know each other, I'll deny you in a blink.
Good to see you too, old pal. This guy is certainly not a gangster.
Of course he's not. Isn't that...
Yes, it is. The great Ibn Wessler, in the flesh.
You think he noticed us?
Only if he's not entirely blind.
Great. That woman with Ibn...
Maybe in your dreams, pal. Two whiskeys, kid. And no...
I've never heard that one before. Sonny.
Yeah, you're right, Marty. Hey.
Yes, sir. That wasn't
Tell me, hey breath, have you...
Not yet, sir. But
Well, can you tell me anything about Mr.
Sir,
What about... Let's see.
But, sir, you haven't even paid for your drinks yet. Yeah, stop riding on the details, Big Nose.
I mean, we're not here for work, of course.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Of course.
Just act nonchalant, my friend.
No.
What now?
Is that
No, Marty.
Hey, Olivia.
Are you talking to me?
It's me, Marty.
Oh, God.
What a pleasant surprise. The Rooster Copper's in person.
Chicken police. But yeah, Mr. Wessler, you could say so. The next...
Sunny Featherland, of course. Chicken police.
Marty McChicken. Sir, I just introduced myself to your lady companion seconds ago.
Oh, yeah. I'm so happy to see you.
Hello, boys.
So, to what do we owe this pleasure, gentlemen?
Yeah, so, we...
Cut the crap, Marty. All right, we're here for your sweetheart, Natasha.
Oh,
No big deal. Just a blackmail thing. You know, horrifying threats written on the wall with blood-red paint. The usual stuff. You must be familiar with this kind of thing.
oh yeah, indeed. It's, nasty business. But I didn't know Natasha hired a detective because of...
Mr. Wessler had a meeting with Attorney General Hamtaro yesterday, so he's rather tired. If you would excuse us.
Oh, dear Olivia, it's okay. These gentlemen are just doing their job, right? And if I've heard correctly,
We've got a few questions, if you don't...
I'm at your service.
Has your assistant been working for...
Are you talking about me?
Yes, I'm talking about you.
Let me answer your question then. I've been in Mr. Wessler's employment for 6 months.
Oh, just routine questioning, you know. Most of them are...
It sounded rude to me.
Yeah, please forgive a detective.
Nice bunker you got here.
Well, thank you, but it's not mine.
All right, Mr. Wessler, let's make this a bit more...
Look, detective, if you want...
All right, Mr. Wessler.
I'm not as exciting as...
I wouldn't call that an average life.
How dare you speak to Mr. Wessler?
Leave it, Olivia, dear.
I'm sorry if I offended you, Mr. Wessler.
Everybody knows Mr. Hayworth. He's an antique piece of furniture in this city.
Only a bit worn out.
It's not my fault that he's so much in debt, detective, but the name of his family still rings...
Is that still worth anything?
The name is just their name, of course, but the man behind the name is another matter, Mr. Featherland.
You're a pragmatic rat.
Thank you.
Wessler's a tricky guy. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about him, so I have to be cunning. How did you feel when you heard about the blackmail?
Honestly, I found it ridiculous.
And now?
Now I'm kinda interested. But I wouldn't call it blackmail yet. They're just empty threats. There were no demands.
Good point.
Thank you. Are we done?
No, not quite.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Why didn't you just call the police?
Huh? Why? What would have been the use of that? A few messages aren't enough for a case. You should know that.
Harassment makes for a case. So do threats.
Who were you trying to convince, Sonny, huh? They would have laughed in my face. Anyway, you know, the police station. Once I set foot in there, I'm not coming out again.
Your lawyers are too good for that, Ibn.
Yeah, I guess you're right, chicken.
Why would anyone have reason to blackmail your girlfriend?
I don't know,
You think that's enough?
it's plenty enough.
Good point.
Oh, are you finally getting to a point? Or do you really want to dig around in my private life? Because,
Very much so, Mr. Wessler is tougher than I thought. And he's secretive. Were there any similar incidents in Natasha's past? I mean, threats, blackmail, enemies, or
I don't know about enemies, but she's a celebrity. A star shining bright in Clawville's night sky. Do you understand?
Natasha doesn't feel that way.
I've noticed.
Do you think one of her fans is the culprit? Someone who can't take rejection, maybe?
Why not? It's quite common.
It's a typical motive, indeed.
Yeah. Attorney General Hamtaro is obsessed with Natasha. But he's, more like the kiss on the hand, flowers bowing type. Throwing bricks through the window is not his style. I can't think of anybody else. Or rather, I can think of everybody else. About half the city, actually.
I get it. Have there been similar threats in the past?
Right to the point, yeah? I get it. But sadly, this is a dead end, my friend. No threats like these, whether you believe it or not.
Well, it really seems like a dead end, so...
You do that.
The mob boss and the...
Huh? Are you trying to piss me off, Corpora? So I asked...
A simple answer would...
You know, Natasha...
You don't remember? That's...
Ah, yeah. The millions, of course. It was like another lifetime. It happened right here. Only this place was called the Millions back then. She was a dancer. Behind the scenes, I arranged opportunities for her on the big stage. Yeah, maybe she still doesn't know it was me. Then one day,
I guess she was willing.
The next day, she had the club in her name.
Well, that is romantic.
Yeah, there are many kinds of romance, Birdman. There's cheap and there's expensive. You get what you couldn't afford.
Do you live in the same house as
Oh, you're really something. Natasha's a free woman, but mostly, yeah, at my place in Gold Town. But she has her own kind of a weekend house.
How often does she use the weekend house?
Yeah, every other weekend. Roughly.
I see. That's very important information.
Yeah, if you say so.
So Natasha feels like she's in grave danger, yet she's still going out alone.
Yeah, I know what you're getting at. But I'm 100% sure of her loyalty. She's gone out very rarely since this started, and mostly in my company. Yeah, You know, I'm not sure if you do, but,
Illegal gambling nights.
you got me there. Yeah, you're right.
Always putting it all on the red, right?
Yeah, you're a real rotten bastard, Sonny. Although,
So, can we meet your lady?
I don't see why not. But first, please, listen to her sing. She's on soon.
Thank you for your time. We'll be seeing you.
I have no doubt about that, unfortunately.
Hey, we should grab a coffee or something, Olivia. You know, for old time's sake.
Pleasure to meet you, gentlemen. Goodbye.
Oh,
Please, take a seat. The show's gonna start soon.
Bourbon moon hangs in the sky. My man has left with a golden smile. This is so funny. You can kill me, honey. I'm already dead inside. My body is an empty bottle. Come on, baby, just give us a
Sonny. Sonny.
say. Chloe's still lying in my bed, and it's dead.
That was, unique.
Oh, that is cute. Nobody has ever given me such a unique compliment before.
Forgive me, my name is Santino Featherland.
I thought so. You look more or less like I imagined.
More or less.
Sometimes less is more, Mr. Featherland.
Ahem. You were amazing, dear, as always.
Could you be my little furball and fetch me a cock?
But of course.
Eben will be back soon. We'll have a few minutes to talk. Then he'll...
With all due respect, ma'am, we're not that easy to get rid of. Doesn't matter who.
Doesn't matter, he'll do it. That's why I'm telling you. I don't want a scene. My room's upstairs. Meet me there in 20 minutes. Come alone, Sonny. You'd be too conspicuous otherwise.
Hey,
I understand. You know, they call him
I don't have time, Mr. Featherland.
Sure thing, Natasha. I'll come to your room.
I'll be waiting. Go.
I knew she was trouble the first time I saw her. She wore danger like a perfume. It was simply part of her being, and it attracted me, like light attracts the moth people. I wanted to be the microphone as she whispers her melodies, or the pillow she rests her feet on while reading some cheap romance. Gee, that is a, unique.
Yes, I admit it's a little daring. I keep it. It evokes good.
He's got an eye, that's for sure.
Was that supposed to be some kind of compliment?
I don't know. I don't compliment often. Not on purpose, anyway.
Oh, you're funny.
bet you spend a lot of your time.
Maybe you were trying to be rude, but, you know, that's...
I was just trying to be rude.
Oh, really?
Don't mention it. You got a beautiful place here, Natasha. A peaceful little island on the ocean of madness, with very
Ibn likes me surrounded by...
You're an elegant thing yourself.
Oh, that's charming.
This woman's aware of her charm, and she knows how to use it.
How do you like your bourbon, Mr. Featherland?
In a glass. But thanks, I had a couple before I came.
I hope it doesn't bother you if I have one myself.
I get offended if women don't drink in my company.
Oh, you are a funny guy.
So I've been told. Anyway, lovely room.
Yes. Look, Mr. Featherland.
It's sunny. Saves us a lot of time.
Okay, Sonny.
So, why am I here?
You know, men tend to babble in my presence.
It must be exhausting.
It is. But you're not the type to beat around the bush.
Is it too banal if I tell you it's an occupational hazard?
Terribly.
So can I start the unpleasant questions?
I've asked you here so you can do what you do best.
Really? I thought you asked because you wanted me to investigate for you.
Oh, you do have a sense of humor. How reassuring.
Only if I'm a bit hungover. That's usually quite common.
Oh, please drop the act about being the alcoholic, heartbroken ex-cop, Sonny. It would undoubtedly suit you, but I've seen you scanning my room.
That's a bit of an exaggeration, but yeah.
Well then, Sonny.
Oh, that's something I don't hear often. Natasha is a confident woman. I can exploit that. That was a remarkable performance.
I'm glad you enjoyed.
Do you perform here frequently?
Sadly, I don't have the time, but the stage still calls my name.
So that was all the excitement.
I have many admirers, if that...
The place is very elegant, and so's your room.
Why, thank you.
I kind of feel like I'm in a museum.
Well, that depends on the kind of museum.
The kind with nice things.
Oh.
Suspiciously nice things.
Do you think I'm suspicious?
We'll see about that.
Try me.
Do you think one of your admirers might be behind the threats?
Those who admire me usually idolize me.
You know, the soul of an animal is extremely complicated. Sometimes all it takes is a bad look or some small rejection to turn admiration into hate.
That's a stillborn theory. No one hates me if they once loved me, Mr. Detective.
Ah. I see. Do you have any material evidence concerning the threats?
You may think I'm irresponsible, but I didn't keep any of it. I simply couldn't bear to look at them.
Didn't you think maybe the police would need it?
I didn't think I needed the police. Moreover, do you think the girlfriend of Ibn Wessler could ever turn to the cops?
I see. So, what about me?
It sounds ridiculous, but you're my...
That does sound ridiculous, but I accept my ego and Old habit.
You can't do anything else, can you?
Something like that. A leopard can't change its spots. Deep behind the diamond skin lies the truth. It doesn't matter how hard Natasha's trying to hide it. She's scared. Now I must concentrate. What was in those threats?
The message itself is not a threat. It's just a word.
But a word again and again is threatening.
Exactly.
So,
You really don't have any idea which word could be used for a woman like me?
I guess I do. Yes.
Whore. Cat got your tongue? Am I right? You heard it. I said what you were thinking. And yes, that was in the message. That was printed on the paper and painted on my wall.
Well, thank you for your honesty. Could the threats have anything to do with the dangerous relationship between you?
You mean I'm a cat?
Every interracial relationship has risk. But yes, this one's more conspicuous than most.
Clawville's a very open and free city, but I guess you see more radical transgressions than I do.
One of the most common causes in homicidal and predatory cases, ma'am. So, yes.
Well, I don't know about that. Nobody ever questioned our relationship openly. We are what we are. And you know, if you're interested in my...
It must be one interesting relationship, that's for sure. I'm not sure I can feel the same.
Maybe one day you'll experience it, Sonny. Have you ever been with a predator before?
Well, that's unsteady ground, Natasha. Let's turn the questioning around, if you don't mind.
As you wish.
How many fools like me have you used up, Natasha?
In all my life? Well,
I just forget it. I don't want to know. Curiosity killed the cat.
I'm just joking. You're not a fool, Sonny. I know that was supposed to be a kind of insult, but it usually rolls right off me. I can't take cock-a-doodle.
Fair point. Broadcast received, man. Natasha is a mysterious woman, but I must gouge out at least one of her secrets. And let's stop beating about the bush. How do you know more?
I'm prepared for that question, but it's still not easy.
You knew very well that if you threw in the name of my wife, I'd come to you, no matter how vague and suspicious the case was. I just want to know if you're simply a manipulator, or you're really that desperate.
I really know her.
Oh, really? How? Were you a nurse, too? Forgive me, but I don't think so.
Don't be rude and so cynical, Sonny.
I'm sorry, but that's me when feline claws are at my throat.
Molly is an old and good friend of mine. She has nothing to do with this, but I knew that if I didn't mention it to you, you wouldn't have come.
Yeah, Natasha, you're right there.
I knew you were a decent fowl, that you would help.
Don't go there. Flattery doesn't work.
Look, forgive me. I shouldn't have brought your wife into this.
You're right, you shouldn't have. But to be honest, I don't think she's my wife anymore. On paper she is, but I haven't seen her in years.
I'm sorry, I did.
Really?
I did. I knew...
Luck me. This case is getting more and more intriguing. What exactly do you want from me?
You are really as good as they say you are. And I'm not selling lucky dips, Sonny. Find them. Who?
Whatever it takes?
Not exactly, but something like...
You know, if I didn't see the speck of fear behind the confidence shining in your eyes...
I'm not afraid.
You're terrified, Natasha.
You must solve this. As soon as you can. Money's not an issue. Just one more thing, Sonny.
Natasha?
Please, come to 37 Rochester Street in Flower Town tonight. I'd like to show you something that could be of a great help in your investigation.
I was afraid this was coming. Why there?
It's something I keep hidden there. I won't take the risk of Ibn or one of his men seeing it.
Isn't Ibn too dangerous to keep...
Sonny, a woman is naked without her secrets. I knew you would understand.
Oh yeah, I understand everything. So, when do we meet? The night is almost over.
I'll be there in an hour. Don't be early, and don't be too late.
Look, Natasha.
Please, this is...
Sure, I get it.
Thank you.
Until later, Natasha.
Goodbye, Sonny.
Well,
Weren't you supposed to be waiting in the...
I was bored to tears.
You thought Natasha had eaten me?
Well, who knows? You're such a
I'm too old for this, Marty.
Then next time, leave the dangerous predators to me.
I didn't mean that, Marty.
Oh.
So,
In fact, yes. She was...
I bet she was. You know, I've never abandoned a case before.
You're too old for this.
As you say, pal.
That's exactly how I felt, too.
Before you leave, take this.
What is it?
The reason I've decided all of this is not worth it for me.
Wow, that sounds encouraging.
Take care of yourselves, guys. This case...
Oh, that makes my feathers stand.
Old croakers. You're safe while... Okay, I didn't say...
We stepped into it, didn't we? We stepped into it, didn't we? Come to daddy, doc. Of all that's furry, what kind of a list is this?
Exactly. I have no idea, but I don't even want to find out.
Those names, all top dogs. Maybe they play cards together.
Sure, that's very likely. Anyway, I pried this list out of a dead man's hand. Somebody dropped him outside the forest, a few miles from the Wessler residence.
I should have known she was keeping secrets.
Keeping secrets? She's the secret herself.
Thanks, Filmar. This could be important.
Don't thank me. Maybe I've just signed your death warrant.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Ah, shut up, Marty.
Calling booze darling.
Says someone who calls his gun collection his Haru.
Touche.
Good birdie.
Who is this woman anyway? She's like Ibn's shadow.
I don't know if she has anything to do with the case, but it's worth keeping an eye on her anyway.
More women, more trouble.
You already fantasizing?
Even the sight of young women make me tired. Anyway, most people say she's the rat's lover too. But next to Natasha, I doubt he'd want her.
Could be.
The truth is, Ibn's a dirty bastard. But he's likable. It must be his charisma that snared Natasha.
Maybe there's more to it than simple wild...
Who knows? Animals commit the dirty...
You've got... So, Natasha...
That's either very good news or...
50%. That's not that bad, is it?
That's an admirable attitude.
Attitude, yeah, he's got that.
Hey,
Wonderful girl.
That's funny, I swear I've heard that before.
To be honest, me...
We stepped into it, didn't we?
That's an understatement.
Belong to the upper crust. Yeah, I know it.
It's only some sex cult. If...
Don't even go there, Marty.
yeah, all right.
it's you.
Look, we really don't want to dig into your personal life, but
But what exactly is my relationship with Mr. Wessler?
you don't beat around the bush.
Well, actually, I remember.
I don't have time to chit-chat, Mr. Featherland. So yes, I'm not one to...
Well, thanks for the...
Anything else?
Do you come here often?
No, not really.
Well, okay.
You're welcome. You know, Ibn's not as ferocious as you'd think.
I heard. Don't you find...
Sometimes an animal just has enough. Fed up and wants a change.
Well, thank you for your honesty. What's your relationship?
We've talked a bit, that's all.
There's no tension between you?
Oh, thank you for your compliment, Mr. Featherland. No, no tension. Natasha's an intelligent woman. I respect her.
Is that mutual?
That I can't tell.
If I'm not mistaken, Natasha has a...
Yeah, that's right.
Can you tell me anything about...
I've never been there. Allegedly, it's beautiful. Elegant and luxurious.
I don't know, Sonny.
Let's hope we can learn something about Natasha and Ibn by sniffing around.
Learn something from Phyllis and...
Well, I wasn't exactly thinking about...
Yeah, figures.
Do we have a file on a woman called...
We don't have a file on her, but there are a few Blackwigs that could be related to her.
Crow, around 30 to 35.
Maybe we have a catch then. Theodore Blackwig was a rather influential banker until he went bankrupt. He died a few years back, but his daughter could have ended up in the same social circles as Ibn.
And since they lost their money, she took a job as his assistant.
Yeah, it would fit the picture. But it's a big city, Sonny. There may... I'm glad I could help, boys.
We know. We're not even here.
Guess who we met today?
King Hector III?
Even better. The one who commands the king.
Wait a minute.
Damn right. Hobart Ibn.
Wow. And you're still all...
But seriously, have you heard that he wants to get out of the black market business? Alleged.
His name's gonna be rather difficult to clear.
It's a heroic and impossible venture.
I haven't heard about it, but it's an interesting addition to what I know.
Which is?
Ibn's been acting very strange lately, and he left most of his business dealings to one of his goons, Mickey. Also known as the Butcher, the Mongrel, and the Slayer.
Yeah, we once had the pleasure of...
That's all I know, boys. I know it's not very much, but it's...
Thanks, Mon.
We saw a pretty good show at...
Good for you, I guess.
Natasha. She performed her new song.
And?
That's confidential, Dollface. And
women like her always have something to hide, Sonny. I think that's exactly what makes men fall head over...
I know another broad who...
Oh, yeah? What's her name?
Marty, shut up.
Oh. You mean me, right?
All mysterious, full of secret.
I didn't even hear that, Marty.
Listen, Mon, a reliable old friend shoved this into my...
Quite an imposing list. What could those numbers mean?
That's what we were thinking too, and we got nowhere. But you see a lot of documents.
Unfortunately not, boys. The names are imposing indeed, but based on this, it could be almost anything. The richest of the rich get together.
It must be a secret cult.
It could be, of course, but also anything.
Don't mention it.
Or... wait a minute.
Stop teasing us, Mom.
I'm sure you've noticed that all the names in the list are men, right?
Yeah,
thanks for the observation, Monica.
Don't mention it. I'm just a reception.
Hey, big...
Hey, Cox.
I'd rather be anywhere else than here, Bosco.
Who?
What?
Just an old case. Still open. Not official, but not active.
I know. I'm just messing with you.
Do you still remember Philmont?
Do you mean Philip? Of course I remember.
We just met him.
As far as I know, he's investigating petty blackmail cases and sneaking after poor bastards.
Anything else? Did he get mixed up in something that's...
Yeah, I don't know about that. We haven't seen him at the PD for a while. He's usually a frequent visitor.
Possible, Bosco. But I'm not...
Wise decision.
Listen, Bosco, what have you heard about that singer, Natasha Katsenko?
You mean that little bimbo fooling around with Ibn Wessler? They say she's the jackpot.
You couldn't be more racist if you tried.
Don't misunderstand me. I don't have a problem with cats at all. I'm simply allergic to them.
Good for you. I should have used that.
Why? Did you investigate?
What? No, of course not. We just came from...
And what's...
Well, I guess your cat allergy would go away for the rest of your life if you met...
Really?
Listen, Bosco.
Maybe it's the guest list of some fancy ball. These are some rather influential names, the ones I recognize anyway. Movie stars...
You're not.
Are you blackmailing them? Because if you are, I'll gladly accept a nice big...
Stop screwing around, Bosco. It has nothing...
Which is what, exactly?
We're still not gonna tell you. Ooh, a nice cup.
We're not here for...
If he'll
never forgive.
I hope you're right.
Ah, jeez, boys.
Hello to you too, Zip.
I had no problems.
Ah, don't be such a drama queen.
And we won't even trash your place this time.
I say let's get it over with very...
Relax, pal.
I'm not your pal. And you're as...
Oh, come on, Zip. Don't be so hard. We spoke to Natasha.
Well, it's not good life insurance to be the girl of the most powerful...
It's not about that. Someone's been writing offensive messages.
I only know that every second husband in the city wants to have her. And every...
Thanks, Zip. But we're not any...
But not further back, right?
Look what we found, Zip.
Furry hell. Who'd you beat to death for that?
Beat to death? Who do you think we are? We simply confiscated.
You sneaky broilers.
Don't make me laugh.
Oh, come on, give me a break.
Tough luck, Trash Panda.
We also ran into Filmar.
Filmar?
A grumpy old raggedy-ass hawk. His manners are even worse than mine.
You mean Marlowe?
Was Marlowe. Now he goes...
Oh, I see. So that means he's still alive?
He is. And he gave us something. Look at this, Zip.
Holy crap, what's this?
Hey, that's not even a bad guess.
What do you make of it?
This piece of paper's from so high up where I've never been myself, boys. So don't ask me.
Damn it, what's the scribbler doing?
Sniffing some juicy story?
I think I still owe him a great big left hook.
What did he do this time?
Oh, nothing. Just since I first met him, I wanted to punch him in the face.
I can understand that. Hello, Timothy. Scribblers don't...
Hello, boys. What a pleasure to see you. Answering your question, no.
Mm-hmm. And where?
It just stepped through the door, pal.
Oh, you mean us? Well, I think I'll have...
The chicken police are back together? I can't let that go without an ink stain.
No, Timmy, you can. We're not working. We're just having a little fun, that's all.
I'm not buying that, boys.
You'll have to, Tim.
We'll see about that.
Well, if there's one thing I'd learned during 20 years of detective work, it's that if someone wants to meet you at a remote location at night, you should bring an army for backup. One time, me and Marty were stupid enough to underestimate a situation like that, and we never really recovered. And yet, here we were again, about to step alone into something hauntingly familiar. Only one tactic remained, as the old dogs say. Balls to the wall.
This place gives me the creeps.
I wouldn't say I like it either.
Let's take a look around before we go inside.
Textbook.
I'm telling you, it's a trap.
Shut up, Marty.
Damn.
It's not a good sign.
Maybe she just lost it when she...
Yeah.
Do you think it belongs to Natasha?
No idea. Do you think I measured her feet when I was in her...
Not sure I want to know. So, this is the word.
Yeah. What matters is who is it?
I can't misunderstand.
We'll see.
Wait a second. Did that bimbo put a spell on you? As you...
Watch who you're talking to, boy. Marty, before we enter...
Of course.
It's time to get her magic.
That's what I like to hear.
Marty, it's time...
That's what I...
Let's go.
Hello, my beauty.
Just don't point it at me.
Aw, scared?
Take very gallant of you, partner.
Why, are you still pissed at me? I'm happy to remind you why you got...
I get it. Just shut the fuck up or...
It's the nothing.
What was that?
Forget it. Just an old quote from a movie. I didn't bring one.
Me neither. What a...
Yep.
But you do have a shotgun.
We should have shotguns for this.
Is that from an old movie?
No, it's an original.
Figures. She was lying on the floor as if she was sleeping. She looked peaceful, almost. The large pool of blood ruined the picture. Poor, delicate Deborah. Maybe...
Wild gods!
Yeah, it's her. Deborah.
I figured. But what the hell happened? Was it Natasha? Is this what you wanted us to see?
No. I mean, I don't think so, Marty. She seemed very attached to the girl, and I believed her. Furthermore, she has no motive to kill her. Natasha meant some object.
Did she seem that kind of girl?
She risked a lot simply by coming to see me. She would have done it for her mistress.
Why is she naked? Was it sexual? I mean, there's no sign of struggle.
This looks premeditated. So far, the messages have appeared in weird places, but this...
Well, maybe Natasha's on her way here right now. Or she was already...
Those are possibilities, but we can't wait. We don't have time for guessing. Search the house. Search everything. The room's not trashed. Whoever did this wasn't looking for the same thing we are.
Or they knew exactly where to find it.
I have no idea, but it's something important.
Amen to that.
It's an exceptionally beautiful piece.
I have no idea, Sonny. The message. Here.
Yes, but this isn't about Deborah.
It was meant for Natasha.
Obviously.
What have we gotten ourselves into, Sonny?
I don't know, Marty, but let's get ourselves... We should call the department. Anonymously, of course.
Do you still remember the number? I haven't called my own workplace in years.
Cretin. Of course I remember. Fine.
Is it? Since when?
Since they invented the
Yeah, of course. No, I knew that.
Yeah.
Recorrido PD, how can I help you?
I found a corpse. A woman. She's dead.
Sir, please.
Rochester Street 37. Write it down and hurry up for the sake of the wild ones. Hurry.
Like a pro.
Yep, like I've done it before.
Oh, yeah.
How can you forget a case like that? How many times have you seen a three-headed monkey in your life?
I have a memory of a chicken, you know?
That's for sure. Now let's get the hell out of here.
So?
We've just come from the Tsar clubs.
Bet on, pal.
What a surprise.
Of course you don't. Just
go on, boys.
Should we take it?
Hell no.
Do you mean the real cops?
I'm almost certain. My crest.
Damn it. Well, thank God I have a weapon on me.
When do you not have one?
Fair point. You wrote that down?
It burned into my mind. Molly. We stepped...
This must be Natasha's family.
Wealthy.
Do you think she's from the Stavonian Tsar's family?
Oh, nobody could have survived that massacre. But I'm sure this family was also close to the fire.
What is she doing here anyway? What, an alias? Keeping secrets, and now this case? Do you think it's all connected somehow?
Let's not draw hasty conclusions, Marty.
This... what?
A human. Mythical creature. Quite the cult in it.
Does it mean anything?
They say humans are the keepers of secrets.
You don't think...
Let's take a closer look.
Damn. Just like in the adventure books.
You have a point.
Oh, you can't be serious.
Yeah, it's a riddle, Marty.
But it doesn't make any sense. Why use something as simple?
An idle whim, or the...
Maybe. 4 animals into 4 places. What does it represent?
Think, Marty. Where did we see 4 animals holding something in their hands? Look at those clothes. Could it be a military family?
Maybe. Or Stavonian.
Your intuition always astounds me, Marty. What would I do without you?
And there you go.
Come to Daddy, darling.
Everything all...
If the...
Well,
Praise be...
hallowed...
Amen.
Why aren't we on this poster next to blood?
Because he hates us, Mom.
Oh, yeah, right.
Honor, strength...
Pigs, rough...
Join the force.
Get bribed. Did you ever notice how...
You know, maybe all animals are equal, but...
Huh.
It's maybe a little late, but you start...
Where are the insects, eh?
Many times.
That's...
It says everything.
Hello there. What could this be?
And there's some kind of squiggle on it. The signature of the painter? I can't make it out. It's a piece of a painting. Judging by how well it was hidden, I'm sure this is what Natasha wanted to show us.
You wrote that down?
It burned in a...
Nice.
Yeah. We can't take it.
Yes, sir, boss. Anything interesting in there?
Yeah, I think there is.
So a piece of a painting? That's it?
It's too illegible to be a signature.
Well, maybe Natasha can help us. After all, this...
Well, that's if we find her.
True. Well, then what's next?
We could do that, but I think we should gather what we know and try...
You know what? After all this...
Right answer. SN. Could be the initials of a person, a place, a company, or a club.
Should we say hi to the old beaver?
Sure. Mullen is an old friend, so he...
Few people know as much about Clawville as the old wood chomper.
Yeah, he always has something. The taxi company for the... Mullen's car. Some things...
Yeah, Mullen's kiosk's been here since I was a little chick.
Yeah, many still do.
Mullen's a wizard from a forgotten age.
Yeah, kind of. Chandler's used to be the Clawville Chronicle, the most read and probably the most biased newspaper in the city. Hey, Hercule, what's...
Hello, me lads, it's good to see you.
We're working, Uncle Mullen, just like you.
But it's New Year's Eve. Couldn't it wait a bit?
I'm afraid it is. Maybe you can help us with a few things.
Oh, thanks, Uncle.
How's Desiree?
What about her? She's still beautiful, and she's still my wife.
Because she's too much like you,
You see, you're right about that, sonny boy.
And, the Cubs?
Cubs? More like jumbo Cubs. Johnson's a hotshot lawyer in Galadia, and Timmy also left Clawville to try...
Good move.
Ah, yeah, but they visit me often, though.
I know, pal. They're from a good litter.
If you... Hey, Martin, my lad, what's up? How's that?
Laura's perfectly fine, thank you.
It's crazy you could grab an amazing woman like her, son. Are you blackmailing her with something?
Ah, I missed your famous beaver humor.
I'm just messing with you, son. Anyway, you look good. You're in good shape.
Thanks.
This is priceless. Thanks, Hercule. We'll be back again soon.
Yeah, sure will.
Nice girl. She used to come here for a while, but
Yeah, she's the poster girl for workaholism. She lives in an apartment across...
Some animals just race and race through the years of their life until someone stops them.
Is there someone like that waiting for everyone?
Indeed there is. Somewhere.
Yeah, right.
Eben's a ruthless gangster, that's for sure. But he's not bloodthirsty or stupid. You're not in danger until you're in his way. And that's not so easy to manage as the whole city's in his hands.
How come they never tried to approach you, Uncle?
What? Of course they tried. They wanted to buy the whole area and build some huge parking garage on it.
Oh, looks like it worked.
I'm too much for them, lads. Or I'm just too famous around here to get rid of.
That's a good one.
I'm a poor nobody, my lads, but my name still carries meaning. This place has always belonged to my family. If my dead body had been...
When I talked to him tonight, he seemed...
That's uncharacteristic.
Are you joking? Ibn West...
Of course I'm joking. Beaver humor, you know?
Good one.
You know anything about a woman named...
Sonny boy, what have you gotten yourself into again? That lass is Ibn Westler's protege, to put it politely. She's the crown jewel of the city.
Well, I suppose I should have come to you first for advice. Doesn't matter.
If you'll accept the advice of an old shaggy beaver, get to the end of it as quickly as you can, and try to make it out with...
Yeah, that's the plan. But do you know anything about...
As I've heard, Natasha is quite a mysterious lass. She came from the Stavonian Tsardom and fled to Clawville. But from what? No one knows.
You're right about that. So, that's...
At least, sonny boy, and...
What's that?
Never fall in love with a...
Thanks, Hercule. I wasn't...
Nobody plans to, sonny. Just take care of each other, okay? And always carry a good gun and...
Oh, I always have one in every...
I know, Martin. I know.
I wonder if they've got the...
Phyllis and Roy's are nowhere to be seen.
Well, let's hope this is a good omen.
Maybe, finally, the pincushions have started to...
And maybe it's not a coincidence.
Yeah. What can I say? The night's starting to...
Oh.
You don't believe that, do you?
Officer Barkman. I see the boss is ready to
What did you expect? The madness kicked in and he's got to be at the PD.
What's the name of the old man's wife?
Marcia. She was waiting here for a while too, hoping it'll only take a few minutes. But as soon as they saw the state Malloy was in, she got into a taxi.
So that's why the old hound's...
Please, boys, don't make him...
Unfortunately, I can't...
As usual.
Listen, Mon, that girl they found...
You've seen her, right?
Yes, we were first on the scene.
Boys, you know I should report you immediately.
We know, Mon. We're only asking for a little more time. We're hot on the trail. If...
Are you crazy?
Hey, keep it down.
Please, Mon. It's a matter...
God damn. Okay, but only because I can see how much it means to you.
Thanks, doll. We'll be for...
Look what we found, Mon.
It's beautiful. Embossed, gilded. These are rare. But I've never seen anything like this one before.
I'm afraid that's a secret.
You haven't taken vital evidence from a crime scene, I hope.
Oh, what are you thinking?
On my feathers. You're...
Only if we don't wrap it up, Mon. Good old Fillmore hasn't been sniffing around here recently.
Yeah, he was here a week and a half ago. He used the archives and took out...
That's all?
That's all. Oh, and he asked...
I hope you said no.
Why are you so interested, Mark?
No, I'm not. I just...
I told him no. Just like I told you.
Glad to...
Shouting.
And...
Martin! What the hell do you think?
We're just patrolling, sir.
At the station?
No, we're here for something else.
You missed.
No, sir. I mean, yes, sir.
Why are you grinning, Santi?
I can't grin, sir. I have a beak.
Oh, be cute. I can see it in your eyes.
Should I close them, sir?
Don't you peck at me.
We're not even here anymore,
Get out of my...
Yes, sir.
We had no choice but to continue the investigation where it started. In that shady little apartment I called home. The only lead was the list Fillmore gave us, with all those imposing names on it. But what could it mean? And why did Natasha keep it secret from us? But most importantly, what did all this have to do with Deborah's death? The trail started to get cold, and so did the air outside. There was something unsettling in the black clouds, hiding all the stars. I prayed that they didn't bring an early snowfall. The night was already painful enough.
So, what are we doing here?
Trying to calm down.
Sure you will.
And we're trying to put the pieces together.
And what is next, boss?
Let's take a look at what we've learned so far. So, how did this whole case start? threats are meant for Natasha, no doubt about that. There was something Natasha didn't speak about. Natasha is terrified, and she's in real danger. But she kept this list hidden from us. It seems too important to keep it a secret. But what could we do with this list? I know only one person who moves in circles high enough to know where it's from. Lewis. We must ask him if we want to get out of this dead end. So, the card is, maybe a dead end. The piece of painting, too.
But the list Philmar gave...
Exactly. Full of those imposing names. And I only know one person who moves in similar circles.
Lamar!
Yes, Marty. It's Lewis.
Of course, it's Lewis.
Well, since he owns this building, I'm hoping he's here.
You know his number?
By heart. 55.
Oh, you are a
Hey, Lewis, sorry to disturb you again. Could you come over to my place? Thanks, pal. I owe you one. Thanks, Lewis. Again.
Oh, don't mention it. Besides, it was my...
Well, let's hope you can help. What can you tell me?
Well,
these names.
I knew it.
But I have no idea what kind of list.
Here we go.
But these are all members of the upper class. Politicians, business people. Oh my.
Damn.
But I really don't know what...
So, is it a dead end?
I'm afraid... I don't know what you said to him, but...
Really? That's...
Or he had business elsewhere. It's New Year's Eve.
I didn't see her.
What else do you know about her?
Oh, not much. What everybody knows. She was a...
We found out as much already. Do you think she'd fled?
You mean the massacre of the royal family? I'd say her accent is a...
So it's possible that she is a part of...
I don't think so. Nobody could have survived that
You're probably right. Deborah, the girl who came to me tonight.
Yes. She's a...
Where did you take her after you...
Where she asked me to.
Flowerville.
Yeah.
Luck. Nothing good, Lewis. Nothing.
This?
This?
I think we have a bingo.
You see, I also have one.
A card? Like this?
Yes. It's a membership card to a very exclusive club.
How exclusive?
Very.
That's what I'm talking about.
What does SN mean?
It's the swelter.
But that's a...
Well, yes, it's a brothel. But it's not like that. It's...
Calm down, Lewis. We're not...
Thank you so much. It is rather embarrassing.
Listen, Lewis. How do...
You want to get in? Well, if you show them this card, they'll surely...
We're used to that.
So...
Correct, Marty. Thanks for the help, Lewis. I owe you one. What should we know about the place, Lewis? Besides...
No, it's an elegant and exclusive place. Not everybody visits them for...
I see. I guess it's mostly visited by the upper class.
Mostly, yes. The wealthy who have a taste.
Yes, of course.
Is it true what they say? That it's some kind of...
The Nile is a proud herald of the coexistence of all the...
But the place must be an eyesore for the separatists.
Oh, don't worry for the girls, Sonny. They can defend themselves quite well.
Well, we'll see what they have to say about these two old cod.
That was a little bit...
To Marty's delight, we were heading toward the most exclusive brothel in Clawville. The separatists and those opposing the monarchy hated the place, just like they hated everything that supported interracial relations and peaceful coexistence of all species. So the place wasn't just a brothel, it was a symbol. But just like a brothel is not a worthy symbol, Clawville failed to turn out the way it was intended.
Well, here we are. The kingdom of long legs, silky skin, and fluttering lashes.
Calm down, Marty. Watch your blood pressure.